baby no want to see it. Wrong. A lot of people seen it. A lot of people seen it. I even met a woman. I'm not going to call her name because God knows that woman was so good to me.
This is the same woman that Big Ox put him on from prison, that he went to go live with in Colorado, but he was cheating on her and she put his ass out. This house right here is the house that Mark was homeless for a week in Colorado. Big Ox got a hold of a guy by the name of Chris, and this is his house. Chris sent Mark a bus ticket to come back to Alabama because the white lady from Colorado put his ass out. And Mark been at this house on and off. It'll make sense later on.
She was so good to me. She was from Colorado. She wrote me a letter. And I got it in, like I said, I'm still in prison, St. Clair, a maximum security prison here in Alabama. I get the letter. I'm like, Colorado? Who the hell? I don't know nobody in Colorado. I open up the letter and I read it. And she explains to me that she had seen the documentary and we had so much in common.
Big Ox put Mark on the white chick from Colorado. This what I was explaining to y'all earlier. Y'all like, wait, what are you talking about? This is what's making it make all sense.
Really happened and what really was meant to be. What was meant to be was totally not what happened. It was like 8 of them, and it was like him, and it was one other guy. All the rest were females, and they were, but it's so much and so many things about that documentary that were fabricated, that it was so many lies. It was an act. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. That's what the producer and mainly everybody in his crew, that's what they wanted.
So y'all know at the end of that, you know what? Let me stop talking. Let's just play the end of the documentary. Let's play what look, let's just go ahead and play.
Wait, she didn't know he was gay? The lady?
No. So Mark, your daddy was in on it too? He was lying too?
Wait, what about the day? What I missed? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to.
I was asking, did the lady know he was gay? Like, I mean,
listen, Big Ox. I don't know what he was saying or however he was doing, however he got a hold to the lady. I don't know exactly how that went, but Big Ox put Mark put the white lady on to Mark. Okay. Mark got up in Colorado, showed his ass, and got put the fuck out. Mark was homeless up there for about a month until Chris sent him a bus ticket back to Alabama, which is where Mark live at right now.
Hey Dante, when you mention Ox and that, you can't say Big Ox without saying pause, man.
Oh yeah, pause.
Hey,
I'm trying to find the part where his dad was on here, because Mark's dad was on here.
Yeah, man, that part is sad. Like that, yeah, that's not funny at all.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
With his dad,
Mark, you kind of say the whole documentary was a lie. Why did your pops get on here speaking on it?
I haven't seen that part.
His dad is on
there. Where his dad is talking.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that either. But if your dad's speaking on that shit,
man, where y'all been at, man? For the last year, where y'all been at?
So we
Well,
Man.
I just remember watching this video a long time
Alright.
ago, over like 10 years ago, wasn't it?
Well, you was like a teenager at that time.
Probably was, but I wasn't aware of this whole prison thing.
You talking
That's the
about at the
thing.
time that the documentary came out?
Yeah, when y'all
I
saw
was
it.
a
Yeah, it
little
was a
bitty
while
ass
back.
little boy.
Was it in 2000, probably 5 or 6? What year
here
was
it
that,
go.
Dante?
The early 2000s, I know that.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's what I remember. With the booty
Oh,
bandit guy.
If it was the
hold
year
on. Here it go.
2000, I was 3 years old.
Hold on, y'all.
2 years
No,
old, my
he's
bad.
been out.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
you
Here it
still,
go.
you was still pooping in your diaper.
Here you go.
You're talking shit now,
This
huh?
now. This is when Mark Dad starts speaking. Hold on. Right here. Hold on. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. This is when Mark
Okay.
Dad is just about to speak. So when Mark say everything was a lie, what about this?
What a blood is, what I've never dealt with gangs, so I was blind about all that. I would go and try to pick the boy up on weekends. Not one weekend went by that he came stay with me, that his great grandmama didn't call my house as soon as we got him to the house. She never gave him the chance to stay with her. And once he got up 12, 13, then she wants to go and call me. Want me to chastise the child or something. I would have had to fight him and all this here to get him, and I just couldn't see it. I mean, it wouldn't have happened. It would have been worse, I think, with me and him than it is now.
Unlike Mark.
So
They didn't.
Mark, was that a lie too? Why would your dad get on a documentary and say that stuff? Was that a lie too? So I'm just showing y'all what we all missed. And don't worry, it's a lot. It's a lot. Because I got that unseen footage that
Hey
I've been
Dante, his
holding
that
on.
his old man didn't really say nothing incriminating. I think his old man more so was talking about his relationship with his great grandmother. That's crazy, man. Like not too many people get to, say they, at that age he was at had a great grandmother. But
Yeah, so he didn't say nothing incriminating. He
yeah,
just showed the validity towards the documentary. Like Mark said, everything was a lie there. So was Pops lying? You see what I'm saying? I'm just showing how Mark tried to say that whole documentary was a lie. But let's just
what was the guy's name that did the documentary?
Jonathan Schwartz.
Okay, what's that last name again?
Schwartz.
One more time, so I can hear you.
No, I'm not doing that. What you doing, Be Humble?
You know what that last name? You know what
No,
that stands for?
man. You what you trying to do?
You know what that last name stands for. Can't trust them.
We finna play the video. We playing the video.
Like I say, the stories and the first thing that I started talking about, he was like, "Nah, we want you to talk about this, and we want, you know what I mean? You really?" I'm thinking about mine, like, you want to hear about that? This is okay. Okay, so they feed me. They, you know what I'm saying? Okay. They come to see me. They come to do this documentary. I'll say, I'm gonna give you what you want, and I gave it to him, not knowing that it would paint a very, very bad picture of me. If I'd have knew that, I would have never done that at all. Never. I would have never done that. Because like I say, it's so many people that have seen that video have so many bad comments and opinions about me, and I'm not even that person. I'm not that person. I'm not that person at all. I'm just a normal guy. I believe in God. Yeah, I've not been perfect in my
Normal my ass.
life. And I'd be the first one to admit that. But I'm not the monster that documentary portrays me to be. I'm not. I'm just a regular guy. I like music, all types of music, all kinds. I like to go out to eat. I like to go to church.
For what
That
reason, though? For what
that was
reason?
why. When have Mark ever went to church? When?
Cause I notice you niggas, especially you old predator ass niggas, like to try to hide behind the Lord. That's the reason why y'all go to church.
No, he ain't been to no church, man. When the last time has Mark ever been to church? Since he been on here, Mark like to go live a lot. We ain't never heard him say, I'm about to get ready to go to church. He don't go to church. He trying to humanize himself. I like music. I like to eat. I like to go to church. Man, cut it out.
I like to go watch movies. I try to help people. I respect people. I try to be decent to people because, I've lived a crazy life in my past. I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of. But with age and a lot of heartache and pain comes wisdom, or it's supposed to come. Not everybody gets it, but I got it. I learned that you have to treat people with respect. You have to do unto others as you would want done unto you.
Oh, really? It's funny that you would say that. You
He
did
forgot to
art.
mention he like booty.
Once
No.
again, practice what you preach, bitch ass nigga.
Look, it's
Right.
funny. He screwed me over. He screwed June over. He screwed all Biz over. All Biz almost lost his marriage dealing with Mark. So it's funny. It's funny that the motherfucker would say what he's saying now.
Y'all throwing dirt on this man's name after a year later.
It's documented. It's documented.
Hey, Mark.
Be humble. Was you
What
there around the time when all Biz was managing him?
I think I was there from the gate. I was there when this all went off, jumped off. I've been there
Yeah.
through
So you
the
was
whole
there.
shebang.
So you was there when all Biz and his wife started getting into it because of Mark. Mark sending him good morning pictures and pictures of him in the hospital with his ass out. Like, come on, man.
What?
Oh yeah, man. Y'all just I'm gonna have to replay. I'm gonna have to replay all these old videos. All of them. We're gonna keep it going.
And I truly believe in that. I truly believe in that. Am I perfect? No, I'm not.
Oh, we
No,
know
I'm
that.
not.
We know that.
I don't claim to be. But I'm a human being. I'm a human being with feelings and emotions.
Just because you say it, that don't mean it's true. Don't he look like the devil? Just look at him. Just look at him. He looks like a devil.
Wild, doesn't it?
And I just wanted to put it out there, man, that what that documentary shows, that's not me. That's not me, y'all. That's not me at all.
Then who the fuck was it then? Who was it then?
Family. A lot of them don't fool with me behind that documentary, and I know that.
Rightfully so.
I know that, and that's cool. It's no thing, but I just wish that they would have talked to me and asked me, like, so like a couple of my family members did. And I talked to them and I told them, like, okay, I understand now. You know what I mean? The purpose, what the purpose was for the documentary, why it was done. And, why did I decide to do it? Once I explained that, to a couple of people in my family. It was like, okay, I understand. You know, they basically just they gypped you.
How did they jip him? When he keep telling us, see, Mark, I guess he forgets what he say. Oh, they told me let's do it to scare the youth, right? So they wanted me to say this, they wanted me to say that. So why, when you get out and you see the documentary, now it's a big surprise? Like you didn't know that you was going to be doing this to scare the youth. Like, man, come on, man, cut it out. He did that shit.
You know what I mean? They they used you because they knew you were vulnerable. They know you wanted to eat some of them hamburgers and pizzas and chicken and all that stuff they was bringing. You know.
No, nigga,
RGA,
they know
hold
you
on,
want to eat some of them ass burgers, not hamburgers. Tell the truth.
hold on, RGX6. You right. He was all over a double cheeseburger. That's what it was. He just admitted it was all over a double cheeseburger, a double quarter pounder with cheese.
Extra cheese.
Hey, but we saying this for people who can get a cheeseburger. This man had to have a cheeseburger in 20 years. That brother was starving. He was thirsty.
Man, Mark,
Anything would tempted that guy. If they would have offered that man some saltines, he would have ate them.
It's not that serious.
All right. I've been deployed for 6 months. I know what it's like to go without a good meal. I can tell you right. I ain't gonna go this far like this guy did, but I know what it's like to go without a good meal for 6 months.
Man, Mark did that shit.
I mean, and they gypped you. And it's nothing I can do about it. You know, it is what it is. I've even been told that they used that documentary to train correctional officers in prisons all over the world. Yeah. They use that documentary to train cadets that are becoming officers in the prison system. You know what I mean? They actually use that documentary to train them for things to look out for, things, you know what I mean? To show them, about prison, like what goes on, what can go on, and how to conduct themselves in a professional manner. So, and also keep themselves safe. You know what I mean? On the other hand, I've also been told that, it has reached some youngsters to where they was like, man, I'm not doing nothing to go to prison. And that's the whole purpose of it. It was to deter young people from making bad decisions that would.
So just own it then. Fleet owned his shit. Own it then. Like, come on, man. You just think about Humble. Man, you about to talk, Humble.
Okay.
Now, my thing is this with Mark. He knows that they said, okay, we want you to do A, B, C, and D, right? To scare the youth. He know for a fact that this video is to go out to scare the youth. Let me ask you this, Humbles. You in the military. There's rumors that there's a couple of guys in here that like men, and they like to, have sex with men in the military. Humbles is a straight man. But they come to you of all people, Humble, and say, hey, we want you to play this gay role and give us a storyline about some gay shit. But you say, yo, I'm not gay. It's like 10 motherfuckers over there that's like that. Why come to a straight man to play a gay role? Like, come on, man.
I think what really happened is he did such a good job. Then they gave him the cheeseburgers. They was impressed. He did it for free. Then they gave him the cheeseburger.
Look, when you think
check this out, Dante. Listen to this. I had this guy when I was stationed in Pittsburgh. This man came to work one day. He was like, man, I'm tired of going out and all these gay guys hitting on me. What's their problem? I'm like, they not the problem, man. You the problem. This man kept talking about every time he go out, he get hit on by gay guys. I'm like, dude, you the problem.
Yeah, you the
you
problem.
Giving out vibes.
Mark, look, man, look. I know Mark did that shit because think about it. Why would there's plenty? You got Queen Dorothy up in there. You got Big Ox up in there. You got Reva up in there. You got Eddie up in there. You got all these homosexuals in here, but they come to the only non-homosexual straight man. They only come to you. Like, man, cut it out, man. He did that shit, man. Come on. He did.
Caused them to have to go to prison. That's what the whole documentary was for. That's what was the purpose. It was intended for that purpose. You know what I mean? Those who know me know me. Those who don't, and they try to judge me and think they know me from that documentary, that's not me. That's not me at all.
Okay, cool. We'll give you that. Okay, that ain't you in the documentary. It was Casper the Ghost. But nevertheless, what about the shit that you was doing out here in the free world? What about all the shit that you've been doing since you've been out? Let's talk about how you fucked over Big Ox. Let's talk about how you stopped sending Big Ox money. When he the one, you wouldn't be at the house that you at now if it wasn't for Big Ox. Let's just keep it real. Because you know what you told me. So I know the real Mark. If it wasn't for Big Ox, come on, Mark, who name that truck is in? Can you show us the title?
Dante, y'all just need to have a battle royale, man. You, Fleece, Mark.
No,
Ox.
you can exit me out of that.
Have a battle royale.
Nah,
Last man stand.
No.
Well, all Fleece gonna do is knock him out, stick a finger at him.
I'm getting out of that. Look, but no, listen, real talk, Mark. That souped up diesel truck. Won't you show us the title? Let's see whose name is on there. Is it Chris? Show me that I'm making this up, that I'm just blowing this out my ass.
Dante, when you asked him about something about the vehicle because he said he had a problem, didn't he say that he ate a burger at Wendy's and he crashed it in the drive-thru? That's real. He said that, right?
That's what he said. That's what he said. But then he told me that was online. But then off camera, he told me, he was like, yeah, my homeboy Chris, he goes out of town. He let me house sit with the cars in the house. And when he said Chris, it didn't register to me till later on when somebody exposed him. And I said, oh, so this Chris. And now it all makes sense. That's why I said Mark still ain't showed us the title. Just show us the title. Show us a bill, an energy bill, a water bill with your name at the address, Mark. Why he can't do that? Because there's Chris. That's why I keep saying, send Big Ox that bread that you owe him. Because you would not be driving that car if it wasn't for Big Ox. You wouldn't be living in that house if it wasn't for Big Ox. So you all at the mall today talking about you living good. Well, dig deep in them pockets and send Big Ox some of that money you owe.
Oh. 100%, that's not me. And I know a lot of people have seen it. And you know, hey, I hate it. Especially those who see it and who've never been to prison. And they see it and they were like, whoa. And they're so fast to judge and criticize without not ever even saying a word to me.
Hold on, y'all. We got to go to a quick commercial break.
Hey, y'all, stop being so goddamn stingy and send a nigga a donation. If you got PayPal or you got Cash App, go ahead and drop something in there. I can't keep doing these lives for free, man. Come on, man.
Commercial
Bless your
break.
big partner, Freddie, with a little donation. God damn, y'all be acting so stingy. And oh yeah, don't forget to hit that like button either.
Not ever even asking me about it, or man, what really happened, or what really went on with that, or what what was your intentions, or what, what I'm saying? Just so fast and so quick to judge and criticize me. And I'm like, I mean, all you got to do is just ask me. Just ask. Because there's a lot of people that I be around a lot that have seen it, and I know they've seen it, and they act a little different towards me, but they never say nothing to me about it. And I'm like, why not just ask me and give me the opportunity to tell you what was really going on and why it was done. It was done to try to help keep young people out of prison. And it backfired on me. It backfired on me. But anyway, y'all, I ain't gonna keep going on about it. I just wanted to put that out there. You know what I mean? Like I say, it's been so many years ago, and it's been so many times that I wanted to say something about it, but I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? But like,
He was saying no, because JG was still alive. No, because Mendenhall was still alive. That's why he waited for so long to come out.
I say, watching the Dante show. And for y'all who don't watch his show, you need to watch his show. Especially you parents that have kids and, just rap music is influencing them. They want to be on the lean. And
you know what? This is my gripe with Mark right here. He give me all these praises and all this and that, but then he turn around and sneak diss me. Oh, Dante ain't never did nothing for me. Matter of fact, we got Ines. You still on here?
I am.
Hey, Mark, since Dante and Ines never did nothing for you, won't you send that money back? You still got the cash app receipt. Won't you go ahead and send that money back since nobody never did nothing for you? But let's get back to it.
the perks and all this, and they toting these big guns, and they with their homeboys and all this and that. Man, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, man, when you go to prison, ain't no guns. Ain't no guns, period. Ain't nobody got guns in there but the guards and the towers. And that's the sole purpose. If you try to hop over that fence and run, they're going to shoot you. They the only people got guns. Ain't no guns in prison.
We know there's no guns in prison, so you can quit saying that because Mendenhall and them other guys like Brad Lucas, you turned out, they would have got off on you if it was guns in there. But we gonna move this along just a little. We gonna move this along just a little bit more. Now, Fleece, Fleece called it. Fleece called it. But we gonna play the video when Fleece confronted him.
Care about trying to get some teeth.
Well, you know what? That's a good thing. That's a good thing because if we ever ran into each other and you was popping that crazy, I would have just knocked the teeth out your mouth anyway.
Oh, you know what, Dante?
Where you at, Dante?
Dante, where you go?
I think you done got Dante nervous. He done ran out of the house.
No, he's over at Jack and I was doing something stupid.
Hey, Dante, your wife on your house, don't she?
Dante.
Well, that's a really complicated. Okay.
Here we go again.
True. I don't know how Bloods are in other states. They different.
Yeah.
Can you explain that part to me?
Okay, well, Fleece is like this. I didn't get permission. I just ran it by them to let them know what was going on out of respect. But I didn't have to go
Right.
and get no permission. But at the same time, you are right. It does. They do frown upon that type of activity, but in different states, Bloods and all other gangs,
Different. Yeah.
it run differently. That's true. But they knew that it wasn't real, and they was like, look, bro, you do what you got to do. If you feel like it'll help you get out of prison, hey, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like I said, it really wasn't a permission thing. It was just me out of respect, because no one man is bigger than the gang. You know what I mean?
Right. So you saying the actual what you did say, you saying it never happened.
No, man, I would have never got out of prison if all that type of stuff took place. Man, I
Yeah,
would have got
right.
time, bro, because I basically,
Yeah, you
it was
would have.
like
You would have.
admitting that I raped someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would have got charged with that. That's why I was struggling with too. I said, how you gonna do this and not get charged, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now the white dude admitting, saying that you did it, right? I can't figure that part out.
Now,
Now, here's the point. What was the whole reason? Oh, you just told me to get out of prison.
yeah, in hopes to get out of
Oh,
prison.
huh?
It was in hopes that it would help me make parole.
Saying that you took somebody's booty would help you get out of
No,
prison.
no, what reenacting the lifestyle of prison in Alabama
Right.
to try to, yeah,
Yeah, I heard y'all got a bad prison system too.
we
I
do.
heard that. Yeah, I do. I do know prisons different in different states. And
It's very, very hard to get out of prison early in Alabama. It's almost 5% out of 100 that you would make parole, that you would get out earlier than your sentence. Yeah.
right. What do you have any regrets about the documentary doing it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I have man, listen, I have had regrets over the years, man. And like I said, at one time I was trying to reach out to the producer, Jonathan Schwartz, to see if they would take this shit off, the internet, but I never could get in contact with them.
yeah,
Yeah.
I tried
Yeah.
that same thing. I
You
tried that
tried the same.
same.
You
I
tried,
went
yeah.
through. Yeah, they ain't gonna take nothing off, and only way you can really clear yourself is to get on the internet and clear your name.
Yeah.
Let people go straight. That's what I had to do.
Yeah.
They had people running around guarding their booty, thinking I was gonna take their butt. I mean,
Exactly.
I got fired from about 40 jobs, man.
Really?
Over that stuff. It wasn't until I got on the internet and had to tell people straight up the situation, right?
Yes,
That
sir.
I cleared my name,
Yeah.
So how's life going for you now since you've been out? How long you been out?
Man, I've been out 16 years.
16 years.
Yeah.
And you just now getting to the clearing your name part, clearing it now.
Yeah, because I had talked to people in my family and, just friends. They were like, man, it'll die over, it'll blow over. But as
But it
time
don't.
went on, it
Yeah.
didn't. It didn't. And more people knew about it.
I want to clear something up, y'all. Mark is lying his ass off. Do y'all remember the first time he said, oh, I wanted to clear my name because I was talking to this girl and everything was going good. And one day she just ghosted me. And then I run into her some weeks later and she tell me, oh, I seen that documentary. That's why I can't fuck with you. He said, that's the reason. And then later on, he gonna say, oh, I just want to get cool with my fam. Man, come on, man. See, Mark forget what he be talking about. Once you tell a lie, you got to remember that lie. You're going to get caught up.
And I knew
But they wasn't
Right.
telling me. They wasn't telling me about it. They were telling other people, and other people were coming to me like, "Man, you know why such and such acting different with you, or don't like you?" And I'm like, "Why? What did I do to him? I didn't do nothing to him." Man, it's because of that documentary. I'm like, "What?"
So you did 16 years.
No, I've been out of prison 16 years.
How many years you do in prison?
19, 1 year in the county jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
Man, you took too long to answer that question. Get the fuck out of here.
Y'all see how big his eyes? Look at him. Did y'all see how
He
big his
spooked his
eyes
ass
got?
with that question, man.
Dante,
Yeah.
you need to screenshot that because that catches the
Screenshot
truth right there.
Yeah, right there. That right there shows it right there. You see how big his eyes? Let me back it up, so.
He looking like, oh shit. Did he just ask me that?
Yeah, he just got caught.
County jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
In that 19 years, you never got no booty, Mark. Come on, bro.
No, I never got no booty.
I told it up. I ain't gonna.
Even Fleece know that he did it. Fleece
ain't no dumbass.
Fleece know Mark. Hold on.
County jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
In that 19 years, you never got no booty, Mark. Come on, bro.
See, Mark. See, what? How do y'all feel about that?
I feel like exactly what it is. Fleece is on his ass like white on rice. He caught the fuck up. He spooked the fuck up. He Fleece and triggered some guilt and some motherfucking. No, he ain't got no shame in him. He just triggered some guilt. That's all that is.
Yeah, makes sense.
He can't lie to that man. That man knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
They are the same.
County jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
In that 19 years, you never got no.
And other people will come to county jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
In that 19
county jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No. County jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
Come on, bro.
County jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
In that 19 years, you never got no booty, Mark. Come on, bro.
No, I never got no booty.
I tore it up. I ain't gonna lie, I tore it up. They call it. That's why I didn't never get in no games, no. I ain't gonna have nobody try to tell me how to live my life. I'd have been in there long enough. I'm sick of people rocking around in front of me with these big old booties and stuff. And yeah, I got involved. But do I regret it? Yeah, I regret it. I regret that I even went there, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. I respect that.
You understand that, you respect that. Why? See, I just want to punch him right in his face. Look at him. I want to punch the fuck out of him. I understand that and I respect that. You respect what? A man taking another man? I mean, he did say in the last video that I played, oh, I was just an old penitentiary trick. I was just around the guys that was. Let me put that video back up. Where the hell that video at? Where that video at? Where is that video? Is this it? Yeah, I think this is the final chapter.
To another episode of the
Bloods will always hate.
Well, the prefaces of what, see, now at this point, it's going to be your word versus whoever was there, because one might say, you might just saying that it's an open dorm, or where this is what this whole video. Here you go.
Bradley straight lied.
myths and things from older convicts. So yeah, just sitting around them old convicts and hearing stories and laughing at it. So I just took what I had learned and heard from them and like, okay, I know something what to say to make this juicy because that's what they say they wanted it to be juicy. So yeah.
Now the burning question. Here you go, y'all. Here you go.
Okay.
That they're going to ask is
They can
that
ask.
why was you even indulging in the conversation that involved grease and penitentiary penetration?
I wasn't involved. I was just around some old guys and I would listen.
Yeah,
One
but
thing
that's what they're
about
gonna say. They're gonna say, why was you listening to that talk?
I mean because hey, I just it was a thing. I was trying to learn any and everything I could about prison, man.
And this, you still here?
Yep.
When you go to jail, when you go to prison, you want to know who got the stove, who in the game, who got a knife. If you don't know how to fight, who can teach me how to fight? Who can teach me how to defend myself? How to use a knife? You do not go and sit around older convicts that's talking about how to get away with taking a manhood. You do not do that unless you with that shit.
Right.
So
He learned what he wanted to learn, if that's the case.
he learned exactly what he wanted to learn. And that's why I'm like look at him back in the day. He looked like a motherfucker that sits around and want to learn ass tricks and shit like that.
That's a fact.
I know, man.
Dante going in. Pause.
No, man, no, because I'm sick of this motherfucker, man. He want to go around trying to sneak diss me and try to, Dante ain't never did nothing for me. And top big man, cut it out. This motherfucker, he looked like he sat around old convicts talking about grease. Man, come on. Man.
Dante, look, man, one of the funniest things that he says when he goes online, I don't know if he still says this, he get mad at the audience for not wanting to listen to his politics, and you want to say, hey, listen, man, why do we even know about you? Why are you out there? Why are you relevant? It ain't because of your politics. It's because of this fucking shit right here, right?
Yeah. Oh, Top Beast is my brother. Was all Ben's your brother too? When you was sending him them butt-ass naked picture from the hospital that almost ruined his marriage? He was your brother too, right?
I wouldn't even be surprised if he sent him.
Hold on. Was June your brother too? When June was showing you the ropes of social media and you fucked him over too? Or was I your brother too that brought you into the spotlight that you fucked over too? So which one is it? So what? You know what? I'm gonna have to treat Mark like this in real life. Y'all remember on New Jack City when Nino put G Money on the building and he gave him that speech and he told him, "Am I my brother's keeper?" And Nino made him get on his knees. That's how I feel about Mark. That's exactly how I feel about Mark. How he betrayed me. I'm Nino and he G Money. Get on your knees. Come on, Dante. We CMB. We all we got. No, motherfucker. You the one was trying to cut deals on the side and sell dope and all this other shit. You the one brought these motherfuckers in here and messed up the Carter. Well, I had to shut the Carter down because of you, Mark. And look, man, hold up. Let me play this back,
man. Involved, I was just around some old guys and I would listen.
Yeah, but that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, why was you listening to that talk?
I mean, because it was a thing. I was trying to learn any and everything I could about prison, man.
Can you rewind that, Dante?
They're gonna say, why would you want to learn? That they're gonna ask is that why was you even indulging in the conversation that involved grease and penitentiary penetration?
I wasn't involved. I was just around some old guys, and I would listen.
Yeah,
One
but
thing
this
about
they're gonna say, why was you listening to that talk?
I mean, because hey, I just
I
it was a thing. I was
stuttering.
trying to learn any and everything I could about prison, man.
But what they gonna say is some shit that what's that saying was understood don't need to be explained. Yo, Mark, I'm just trying to really figure this shit out. I know that in lockup, we talk about the women that we had out there in the streets. Niggas sharing tales and rendezvous of what we used to do to bras in the street. I can't remember a motherfucker sitting up talking about, yeah, this how you fucking do and get away with it. If I would have heard that, I would have immediately went to go get my knife. Or I would have stayed far, far away from that dude. But Mark said, well, let me not put words in his mouth. Why would you want to learn about that?
I wasn't trying to hear it, but as I heard it, I'm like, so I'm listening. I'm like,
So just in case if somebody tried to, what was that? No.
But you just said you trying to. All right, go ahead, Dante.
No. Go ahead.
But you just said you was trying to learn everything you possibly can about prison.
Y'all gotta understand.
True.
If you look at Mark down to the right when he was younger, he was with that shit, man. You can look at him and tell that he indulged and didn't give a fuck about it. And now
So you saying he got that look in his eye right there?
Hey, it's right there. He ain't gotta say nothing. When you look at it, what do you see? What do you see?
Dante, wow, man.
No, I'm just saying.
No, be humble. You brought that up, man.
What that song? What that song? Look into my eyes and tell me what it is you see. Let's play it. If they're going to ask, why was you even indulging in the conversation that involved Greece and penitentiary penetration?
I wasn't involved. I was just around some old guys, and I would listen.
Yeah, but that's what they're gonna say. Why was you listening to that talk?
I mean, because it was a thing. I was trying to learn any and everything I could about prison, man.
But they gonna say, why would you want to learn about that?
I wasn't trying to hear it, but as I heard it, I'm like, so I'm listening. I'm like,
Mark did that shit, y'all. He did it. He. There's a video that I'm looking for.
Hold on, Dante. Let me ask you a question, man.
So Mark to come and tell a story.
So if you come into the prison, you're like 2022, and you see some old heads sitting there talking about what they're talking about, you would be like, I need to stay the fuck away from these guys, right?
I would be extremely uncomfortable.
I will make a mental note. These is the motherfuckers that people on the streets talk about as booty bandits, to stay far the fuck away from them. So when they come at me trying to offer me something or trying to give me something or trying to corner me or something, I already know what time it is. Mark went to these motherfuckers and sat there as a student in a practitioner. Yeah. So Mark was a practitioner. So what I'm saying is Mark was learning from the master, and Mark was the student. So it's like, yo, Mark, this is the thing I don't understand. And really, what I'm really upset about is how he fucked over Big Ox. Because now Mark working, that's living an American dream, living in this nice big house, driving these nice cars. He would not be in that house. And to keep it real, he would have been homeless if Big Ox never put him on to Chris. Mark Ass would probably be still homeless in Colorado when that white chick that Big Ox put Mark onto put his ass out for cheating, and Chris sent him that bus ticket for him to come back to Alabama. If Mark, I know you watching. Am I lying, Mark? How did you get back to Alabama? Did the white chick put you out for cheating? Was you homeless for a week? Did Big Ox make that connection? Let's talk about that. All that going to the mall today, talking about you spending money and all that. Okay, dig deep in them pockets and send Big Ox some of that money. Because you old. And it's time for you to pay.
I have sex with him. Then he have sex with him. And then that was the end of it.
So I didn't finish it first, you know what I'm saying? So I fucking, I come off, I get my due. Next day, you know what I'm saying? He goes to SEG. In prison, that's lockup.
So I'm like, in my heart, I'm like, damn, we through. We done got us a rape case.
They was telling me bullshit about, like, if you get in trouble, so we're gonna go up there and lie and say you brought it on yourself and shit like that. And I was believing them. They had me in a position where they had me spooked. You know what I mean? Because I was looking to make parole and everything, and I wasn't trying to get in no conflict.
I say, you got two choices. You can either be with me, or you can go pack your shit.
Keisha, you are 1,000,000,000% right. You the only one that probably peeped that. She said he was a good pupil. And you see how he looked after he heard that junk. He threw his hand under his chin and started plotting right then. He did. When them old timers was putting him on game, because they seen it in him. Just like how Fleece seen it in him. They seen it in Mark. They knew Mark was with it. They're like, oh, he one of ours. He one of us. So we gonna lace him. We going to prison. Everybody get laced one way or another. It's how you get laced. I want to know who got the drugs. I want to know who got the knife. I want to know who got the yard. I want to get in the mix. Then you got the other people over here that's on a sex play that want to run a sex play on somebody, and that's what's Mark. Prison got all you got dudes in there scamming that teach you how to scam, teach you how to kill. And unfortunately, who Mark was a student of, people how to take men ass and get away with it. And that's what Mark was with. That's how he was. I always tell y'all, I can't tell a man how to program. Well, this is the prime example of Mark programming the way he want to. Now listen to what Brad talking about.
Off, I get my due. Next day, you know what I'm saying? He goes to SEG. In prison, that's lockup.
So I'm like, in my heart, I'm like, damn, we through. We done got us a rape case.
They was telling me bullshit about, like, if you get in trouble, so we're gonna go up there and lie and say you brought it on yourself and shit like that. And I was believing them. They had me in a position where they had me spooked. You know what I mean? Because I was looking to make parole and everything, and I wasn't trying to get in no conflict.
I say, you got two choices. You can either be with me, or you can go pack your shit and go tell them folks to lock you up. You go back to lockup.
Reluctantly, Matt agreed to become another one of Mark's boys.
Only thing I ask of you.
He said another one.
First of all, you see this prison right here?
Uh-huh.
This is not even Limestone Prison. This is Easterland. That officer that was just sitting at that desk, that's a sergeant. That's Sergeant Judd. I don't even know. He's probably retired now because he was old.
Okay, what do that even mean? What make that relevant? What do that even? Why is that even being brought up, Mark? He always trying to point out little nuances and things. Man, cut it out, Mark.
Back then, this is not even Limestone Prison.
So what did he mean? Because he just insinuated that you had boys, like you already had another guy before.
Okay, I explained that earlier. I did. Huh? Go ahead.
No. Which was what?
Remember when I explained earlier about how you can take, like, okay, let's say like a weaker inmate.
Yeah.
But they get money in.
He gonna give us the game, but he just gonna leave out the part where he requires sex.
They may get drugs in. They may make whiskey, but they don't have the strength or the backbone to defend themselves or keep guys from robbing them or taking it from them or extorting them for it.
Or getting sex out of them. Come on, Mark. Fill in the blank. You keep leaving that part blank. Fill that in. And y'all remember back in the day when we had to take the state standardized test and we get that little that paper thing and it got all the circles from A to Z. You got to bubble it in. Mark, don't leave it blank. Go ahead and fill in the blank. Yeah.
So yeah, I had a couple of guys that I had under my wing. Yeah. And people in prison, they would call me a war daddy.
Okay. And you wasn't fucking. And you wasn't fucking. Come on, man. Come on, man. Even pimps out on the street, be indulging with their hoes. Like, man, come on, man.
For any man to call another man daddy is a fucked up thing, except if that's your biological father, your stepfather. That don't make any sense.
Exactly.
None whatsoever. Listen, man, Mark is guilty as charged. And I be wondering, like, Mark is going to lie, or he going to lie his way straight to heaven. He going to be standing right in front of God and lie to God's face immediately. Oh, that wasn't me. That I didn't. Man, I think that's it. When I get up there, I'm like, can Mark go before me? I want to see how his case play out. I want to see, is Mark going to repent or he going to keep on lying?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know.
He going to lie his way to hell. Not ever.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't try to make me be like a sissy, a girl inside of prison.
That's a real sissy there. I know him.
We know you know him, Mark. At first, you tried to deny that you didn't even know who he was. Hey, Mark, the big question is this. Who is Queen Dorothy? When I first asked him about it, I said Big Dorothy. I said, Mark, who is Big Dorothy? And he was like, I don't know. I said, you sure you don't know who Big Dorothy is? And he was like, I don't know no Big Dorothy. He knew who the fuck I was talking about. And then when Youngblood came out, it was like, yeah, man, Queen Dorothy, that was one ugly song, bitch. And I called Mark. I said, Mark, I thought you said you didn't know who Dorothy was. He said, I don't know no Dorothy. I said, okay, Queen Dorothy. He's like, he got quiet for like 2 or 3 seconds. He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Queen Dorothy.
Playing dumb in your face and shit.
Yeah, Queen Dorothy, that was a big motherfucker. That was an ugly motherfucker and all this and that. And I said, hey, Mark, why is it that you knew all the punks? Like, why do you know all these homosexuals off a first name basis? And he was like, I mean, shit. I mean, they was around. It wasn't like I was hanging with them every day, but they did have a lot of power in there. Like, watch what he say about this one.
Blood, I wouldn't even be surprised if
who is that?
That is the guy. I don't know I can't remember his real name, but his girl name is Reva, out of Huntsville, Alabama.
How do you know him? Why do you know him?
When you in prison, you know everybody, whether you deal with them or not.
Did you deal with him?
No, hell no.
Okay.
But one thing I can say, Reva is very tied in.
Here it come, y'all. Here it come. Notice this is a pattern what he does. First, he don't know who this is. And now he know every fucking thing about this homosexual.
With the administration at that time, Reva you could deal with a sissy in prison, but that don't mean you having no type of funny bunny things going on with them. Like, because the sissies kind of run prison in Alabama. They can get the bed movements. They can get you moved to another dorm. They can even get disciplinary. Like, you get wrote up by an officer, you might pay a sissy that's cool with the administration. Hey, look, I got rolled up for being in another dorm. Here you 3 bags of coffee. Can you make the disciplinary disappear? Stuff like that. So just because you deal with people doesn't mean, hell, I dealt with ABs and SBs. But I was a.
You see how he always trying to deflect? He always trying to deflect. First, oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, wait, that's Reva. Oh yeah, Reva was powerful. Reva was, man, come on.
Black guy. So I could not be a member. You know what I'm saying? Just because you deal with people doesn't mean that it's something going on with y'all. It's some type of business because they may have a hookup or some type of plug or some type of leeway to something that you're trying to get, but you can't get it without their help. You know what I mean?
So will somebody say, because I always say this, birds of a feather flock together.
That's not true, Dante. I got to disagree with you about that. And I had to learn that.
Because he know that was going to directly tie him into what he's into. What y'all don't realize, Hips, homosexual, Mendenhall, homosexual, JG, default a homosexual because he was fucking on them punks. Mark, a homosexual. That dude, Brad Lucas, a homosexual. Why was your immediate group full of homosexuals and sissies? So again, birds of a feather flock together. And of course, we can rewind the tape back when you said, oh, I was just listening to the old convicts explaining how to get away with taking people manhood. So these are the people that you surrounded yourself with. So,
man, Dante, I'm telling you, man, if he was locked up where you was there, you know who cell he would have went to. He would have went to Gay Nelson cell. He would have went to MVP. I say cell.
No, actually, you know what? Him and Gay Nelson would have got into it bad. Because Gay Nelson is actually, Gay Nelson is like this guy. Like, there's like different degrees of homosexuals. You got the ones that try to hide it like Mark, and you got the ones that just really openly out like yo, this is me, which is this guy right here. Gay Nelson is like this type of dude, but he's really extra. Like, want to be seen.
Nelson have a man in there?
No, he was like, when Gay Nelson came, he was like a prostitute. If you want to put it that way. I remember he got with this dude named George, and they used to fight all the time because Nelson was a hoe. Nelson, I don't know, man. But
I'm sorry to say, George would have beat your ass over Nelson, Mark. I'm sorry to tell you.
No, Mark and Nelson. See, Nelson and Mark, they would have got into it. They would have had to like fuck around on the low or some shit like that. Because Mark is zesty, and Nelson would have put Mark on blast. If Mark tried to hide anything and he didn't do what Gay
Somebody would have put him on blast.
Yeah, he would have put him on blast, and Mark would have been out there with his blood homeboys or whatever on the yard, and Mark didn't get him a bag of coffee or something, and he'd tell Mark like, yo, you gonna give me that coffee, right? Because I gave you, something in the bathroom the other day. And Mark be like, yeah, I got you, man. It's chill, I got you. And Mark, he'd keep on letting the shit drag out. And then Gay Nelson would come on the yard while Mark over there in his blood meeting or whatever. And be like, hey, Mark, hey, won't you tell them how we did A, B, C, and D in the broom closet? And I can see it playing out right now. So, yeah.
Learned at the hard way. I used to feel like that. Man, that's not true. You never know why people are dealing with other people. It's not always that they're the same type people or they into the same type things.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true at all.
But at a certain degree, because it's like, okay, so, and you already explained it good and well of you can do business with these people.
Yeah.
But a new guy.
You breaking up.
Okay, it's back. See, y'all, look, Mark trying to campaign and bet on that he gonna say, oh, this is just how Alabama is. nowhere else, not even in the United States, but nowhere else in the world, in the universe, ain't no straight man going to be sitting up there being up under a homosexual. And then you got Hips. Hips straight up said that they caught Mark and Reva right here kissing on a bench. They was kissing. Mark and this person that he tried to deny at first. That's why I kept the picture on Reva, because I already knew what was going on behind the scenes. I already heard the story about Mark having a relationship with Reva. That's why in some of them videos, Mark always, if y'all would listen to Mark, he always would defend the homosexuals. Oh, Reva, he never slept in the parking lot. Reva always had a cell. Reva always had a man. Man, Reva was around there wearing panties, lip gloss, bras, wigs and stuff. Yeah, man, Reva was calling all the shots in there. Mark, my question is this. How did you know that Reva was wearing panties? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Was you looking? Was you looking at his backside? Was you in the cell sitting on the bed while Reva was trying on panties that the guards gave him, giving you a show? How did you know Reva was wearing panties? These are the questions that people should be asking, Mark. How did you know that Reva would have panties? You was looking real hard, or unless you was in the cell when he was trying them on for you. Oh, I think that look nice. Wear them black ones. Oh, hey, did he bring in them lime green booty shorts? Oh yeah, wear them. All right, I gotta go. JG, them calling me. I gotta go. Mark did that shit, man. I know he did it.
Back there you go.
Okay, let's say a new guy come in, right?
Okay.
Fresh off the streets.
Okay.
And you see him only talking to a punk, right?
Okay.
What are your thoughts going to be?
If he's just coming off the streets, yeah, maybe that's what he was into on the streets, or maybe that's what he wants. Because if you just got there, bro, you ain't even got your feet on the ground good into be trying to hustle or make whiskey or score drugs or work in the kitchen and make sandwiches and bring them out and sell them. So what in the world could you be talking to a citizen? You just got, and I've seen that. I've seen guys come right in from the street, and I'm like, well, damn, did he know him from the street?
Why was that your business, Mark? And again, I'm just showing y'all the picture. Why was that your business of this dude that you don't even know? Is you jealous? It's just like out here in the street. You got your ex-girlfriend, right? Somebody you used to mess with. And you see her with talking to a new dude. You at the job, you working in the warehouse, and you see a chick that you used to mess with or whatever, and this new dude in here talking to her. Mark, why is that your business? Why are you trying to figure out who is this guy and why he talking to your ex-punk? That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, but hey, it is what it is.
All right, let's move it along.
We hook up, you know what I'm saying? Everything was lovey-dovey, you know what I'm saying? Relationship was gravy, all good. I transferred.
The warden had Mark shipped out of Limestone again. But everyone knew Matt had been turned out. The other men all wanted their shot.
And he got with this other dude, you know what I'm saying? He wound up having sex with him. He was doing so bad. So he wound up selling him to another dude, and that dude wound up selling him to another dude. And all this, what he was going through, was a result, because nobody messed with him. He was a blood.
He just went crazy. He just went to sleeping with different guys. I mean, just tossing ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Why that sound like a guy that got with a hoe, right? He didn't know the girl was a hoe, but then the girl out here sleeping with this guy, sleeping with that. It's like he's bad talking this dude. And remember what he just said? Oh, we was lovey-dovey. Like, come on. They told you to say that y'all was, man, come on, man.
Letting everybody fuck.
It was just something that happened in the penitentiary that I left in the penitentiary. I mean, even the girl I got now, I mean, she's a fucking fox. I can't lose her about some humbug shit, you know. I mean, if I can keep it from my family I done 4.5 years, and then now I'm out 6 months and they still don't have any idea, I don't think it'll be a problem. And they ask me questions all the time. How was college like and shit? I guess the penitentiary made me a real good liar.
If he stayed gone for 5-6 years or whatever, if he ever come back to prison and there's someone in prison that remember him from then, he will always be a boy.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
How you know that's true, Mark? And look at that big fucking grin on his face. Look at that big grin on his face. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I know. When I turn out one of them white boys and they come back in this bitch, they know how to fall right back in line. That's why he laughing. That's why he got that big fucking grin on his face. Okay. So I'm going to give my verdict. That was an old video. So the verdict is Mark is guilty. Mark is guilty as charged. Mark did it. It ain't no negotiating it. Mark did it. Yeah, Mark was scorned. That's why I said he
You say Mark was scoring.
Yeah, Mark was scorned.
So you telling me he was a scoring woman, basically?
Yeah, because his lover was. I mean, you heard what. Let me not say what the lover said.
Because if you just got there, bro, you ain't even got your feet on the ground good into be trying to hustle or make whiskey or score drugs or work in the kitchen and make sandwiches and bring them out and sell them. So what in the world could you be talking to a sister? You just got, and I've seen that. I've seen guys come right in from the street, and I'm like, well, damn, did he know him from the street? You know what I mean? Like, but hey, you know, it is what it is.
All right, let's move it along.
We hook up, you know what I'm saying? Everything was lovey-dovey, you know what I'm saying? Relationship was gravy, all good. I transferred.
The warden had Mark shipped out of Limestone again. But everyone knew Matt had been turned out. The other men all wanted their shot.
And he got with this other dude, you know what I'm saying? He wound up having sex with him. He was doing so bad. So he wound up selling him to another dude, and that dude wound up selling him to another dude. And all this, what he was going through, was a result, because nobody messed with him. He was a blood.
He just went crazy. He just went to sleeping with different guys. I mean, just tossing ass up. You know what I'm saying? Letting everybody fuck.
Don't that sound like a man that's scorned, that's upset that, I leave for a week or two to go to a job out of town, and everybody back home telling me that, my girl out here fucking everybody? That's exactly how it sounded. Exactly. Mark is guilty. Mark done that. Mark's still doing this type of shit. Still doing it as we speak. But nevertheless, y'all, the only reason why I'm going so hard on Mark, pause, is because he keep on sneak dissing. He keep running his mouth and keep talking about, ain't nobody never did nothing for me. I don't need nobody. I'm like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. We approaching the 1-year anniversary of Mark coming out. And it took me about a year that I was defending him as his lawyer. And keep in mind, even lawyers know when their client is guilty, but they still have to have legal representation. And that's what I was doing. I knew Mark was guilty, but he still needed representation. But I had a dream, and one of his victims came and visited me, and we had a conversation. And I said, I'm going to make it my duty to paint Lamark Moore as the monster that he is, right? And I'm exposed and go back through these old videos, pointing out everything that showed that he was guilty. All the looks he was given. Every time he took his glasses off and rubbed his damn bald head, telltale signs of a guilty man. All the zesty moments. Yeah, I'm going back through all these videos. I'm gonna download them, and I'm gonna find every last video. I'm talking about we're going to go find the video where Mark showed us his shoes and how he had them perfectly. And I heard him earlier talking about, oh, they want to say I'm gay because I got different type of color shoes. It's okay to have different color shoes. That's okay. But men, straight men, right? See, a real man, they can have all type of different color shoes, right? You like me, for instance, I might got 2 pair of shoes in the living room, 3 pair of shoes in my bedroom, a pair of shoes at the back door, a pair of shoes in the family room by the back door, shit like that. I'm not gonna have all my shoes lined up in a rainbow color, like a rainbow type of deal, right? So it's like, and then it's like, why are you drawn to colors that women are drawn to? Like, for instance, there was another lie. I'm gonna find that video. He keep trying to say, oh, they trying to make a big deal about the cup that I was drinking out of, right? Okay, let's lay it out on the table. And he lied about that too. The very first time we asked him about the pink cup, what did he say? He said, oh, I was at the Dollar Tree and it caught my eye and I thought it was unique and I wanted it. Right? That was the first statement he gave us. Later on, when everybody was getting on his ass, it went to, oh no, I got it because I wanted to give it to my granddaughter. So which one was it, Mark? Was it that it was unique and it was nice looking to you? Or was you trying to give it to your granddaughter that, let's see, your granddaughter obviously never got because your ass was drinking out of it because, yeah, you wanted it because it was unique. That was your word. And I'm going to find that video. I'm going to find the video, Mark. I ain't going to do it tonight. We going to run it tomorrow. So he got all these zesty moments that points to, like he said, oh, well, let's throw away the documentary. Let's not talk about the documentary. Prove outside sources that I'm zesty. And like in the very first video he did, all that chain smoking, that was stress smoking. Eating on that damn candy. Like, dude ain't got no class, no type of etiquette at all. At all. So tomorrow, let's see. Tomorrow at 5:30, I'm gonna go live again. And we gonna cover the cup and all Lamark Moore zesty moments outside of prison. Cause he ain't about to keep getting on here clout chasing. He ain't finna get out. He ain't finna keep getting on here trying to chase cartoon 53 rep. But that's what it's really about. He want to be cartoon 53 so bad. Mark want to be known as this serious blood. Because he idol worship cartoon 53. He like, well, cartoon was locked up where I was at. Cartoon get all this respect. Well, I want some respect too. I'm a blood. No, cartoon don't got that in his background, Mark. Cartoon don't got the same shit that you got in your background. So you will never get that respect. So stop mentioning cartoon. Stop trying to clout chase after cartoon name. Okay? And you damn sure ain't gonna be the next Dr. Martin Luther King. So all that you trying to talk politics and you trying to talk about, oh, I want to get away from the doc. No. Every time you try to run away from the documentary, I'm gonna grab you by your damn legs and drag your ass right back into the Terror Dome. You ain't going nowhere, freak show. Nowhere. So all that, oh, I want to talk about real shit. We always talk about real. What you talking about this real, Mark? What you talking about this real? Let's be real, Mark. If you want to be real, and if I'm lying about Big Ox and you owe that man money, won't you show us whose name is on that title on that truck? Why haven't you showed us one bill to that house that you live in? Why can't you show us a light bill, a cable bill, a water bill? We want to know, Mark, whose house is you living in? How is you living in that nice big house and driving that nice big truck? Oh, I know. See, what I'm saying is it might be going over a lot of people's heads. But I know the real, Mark. How did you get into that nice big house, Mark? How did you get that nice big truck? Who put you on? Who put you on to Bert John? Who? Mark, how did that woman from Colorado get in contact with you? Let's talk about that. Who put you on to her? You remember when she put you out because she caught you cheating and you was homeless for a week? Who made that call to Chris Burjohn? I save y'all the suspense. It was Big Ox. Big Ox. That's why I keep telling y'all. That's why I know y'all be kind of confused when I say, man, send that man that money. I mean, that was the game that you and Big Ox was running in prison when you was there. So why should the show stop? Oh, and let me drop this last jewel before I head out. Y'all remember that time Mark went live and he went to the Greyhound station? And we was wondering, like, where the hell is Mark going? Why is he going to the Greyhound station? Y'all remember that? And then he met up with the white boy that just got out of prison. Y'all remember that? Ask Mark what happened to that guy. It wasn't no coincidence that Mark went to the Greyhound station and met up with that white guy. And then when y'all questioned him about it, he said, oh, I was just at the Greyhound station and, you know, I just looked out for him. Mark, why the fuck? Who just goes to the Greyhound station and just hang out? Who does that? Who just wake up and say, yo, I'm just finna go chill at the Greyhound? Man, come on, man. Big Ox, again, send Big Ox that money. Send that money to Big Ox. Because I know, Mark, and you know that I know the real. How did that white boy end up at your house, Mark? I want to know that. How did the white boy end up at your house? You know, the one that had nowhere to go. The one that Big Ox put you on to. Now, I'm not saying that Mark and the white boy did anything. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, Mark, where's that white boy at? That you met at the Greyhound station via Big Ox. And you brought into your home. And that's a fact. That's facts, Mark. Whatever happened to him? Did he finally get on his feet? Or Mark, you correct me if I'm wrong. Because you the one went live trying to sneak diss me. So you asked for it, so I'm just responding, Mark. I may not respond to you the way that you want me to, but I'm just Mark. What happened to the white boy in the house? Your so-called roommate. I ain't talking about the one that owned the house. We're not talking about the gay guy. No, we're not talking about him. We're talking about the dude that you met at the Greyhound station. You know, the one you let sleep in the back room. You know the reason why you got put out. When Chris came back, when he came back home, and y'all got into it, and you end up getting put out, but y'all stay tuned for that. Hey, Mark, if I'm lying, clear it up. Why did you get put out the house? That's why, when everybody was wondering when All Biz was your manager, and All Biz was like, yeah, y'all, Mark is at a boarding house. Y'all remember that? yeah, Humble. Yeah. Yeah, since he wanted to sneak. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about when All Biz was your manager and All Biz told the whole world that you was at the boarding home. But why was you there though, Mark? Did you just come from a broken home? Let's think about that. Oh, I feel, and if I'm wrong, Mark, just answer me this, because y'all, look, I'm filling in the blanks. I don't know if this is true what I'm saying, but what the part that I am telling y'all is the truth. Mark went to the Greyhound station. He met up with a young white dude. He took him back to the house. From there, All Biz ended up being his manager. All Biz said that Mark was in a boarding house. So what I know for a fact that house was Chris Burjohn's house. So I can only imagine that Chris Burjohn either came home early and caught the white dude at the house, and him and Mark got into it, and he put him out. Or and like I wasn't there, so I don't know this. Or Chris Burjohn walked in on Mark and the new dude fucking or something and put him out. So which one is it? You got to fill in the blanks, Mark, because the world want to know. And again, the next time Mark go live, y'all, tell Mark to show a bill with his name on it, any type of bill to that house, a water bill, right, a phone bill, the electric bill, a cable bill. We want to see the name on the title of the car. And show us your name on any bill that goes to that house. You can block the address out, but show us your name on that bill, Mark, or that title. So that way you can clear it up. Let's clear it up for us, Mark. Just clear. If Dante just making this up, clear it up for us. But you know what? See, Mark, you should have never been clout chasing. You should have never been sneak dissing. Because I heard you. I heard you loud and clear. And I'm sitting back. I'm like, damn, Mark, you know that I know what you told me. You know that I know what you told me, Mark. Why would you even try to sneak diss me? You thought I wasn't gonna hear it? You thought you were just gonna get over there under top beast, literally pillow talk and say some things about me, and then it wasn't gonna get back to me, Mark? Mark, I know you watching. I know you listening. Mark, like, man, Dante taking this shit too far. I'm not taking it far enough. And it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of shit that I'm not gonna say on here. But you keep on pushing me, Mark. You keep pushing me into a corner. Just keep sneak dissing. Keep clout chasing, Mark. And I'm gonna give you everything that you want. Now, mention my name again, Mark. Sneak diss me one more time. And I'm gonna just open the floodgates. But then again, y'all, Mark can't stop running his mouth like a woman. So he's gonna go live, and as soon as he go live, Y'all tell Mark to show his. We want to see a bill to that address. We want to see a water bill, cable bill, electric bill, a phone bill, some bill with his name on it, and that'll clear everything up. But y'all know why he ain't gonna show it? Because Chris' name is all on it. How do Mark know Chris? Because when Mark was in Colorado homeless after the white chick put him out, Big Ox got a hold of Chris by fishing and put him on the mark. Big Ox put the play together for Chris to send Mark a bus ticket to Colorado when he was homeless. And that's how he moved in with him. So again, Mark, if I'm lying, show a bill. Show us a light bill, a cable bill, a water bill, a phone bill. Show us your name on the title of that truck. But he ain't gonna show it because Chris' name gonna pop up. And since Chris' name gonna pop up, well, that shows y'all like, oh, hey, Top Beast, I know you listening. Why don't you, if Mark your brother and Mark is your righteous dog, why won't you ask Mark? Ask Mark if there's any truth to what I'm saying. Tell Mark. Y'all close, right? Y'all tight, right? You ask Mark to send a screenshot of a bill with his name on it. Mark, you always lying to your manager, but that's your brother, right? And that's why I said I feel like I'm Nino off of New Jack City, and Mark is G Money, and we on top of that building, and I make Mark get on his knees, and Mark like, man, we CMB, we all we got. Listen, y'all, I shed a tear this morning. How bad Mark was sneak dissing me and clout chasing. I was Nino Brown on top of the building. It hurt me to do this video. I had a tear coming down my eye to do G Money like this. Yeah, hold up, Dante. No, he made G Money get on his knees and he pulled out that 380. Well, it was a revolver, wasn't it? I think it was a 380 or something. I shed a tear. But Mark, you let the enemy in. You brought down the Carter. You wanted to be greedy and make side deals. So you gotta pay. You gotta pay. You bought Pookie. You bought these people in the Carter. So Mark, you gotta pay. So yeah, y'all. Tomorrow we're gonna get this back cracking at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna find that video where Mark is trying to explain how he got away with the homosexual shoes and the homosexual cup. So yeah. With that, y'all, it's been real. As soon as Mark go live, y'all go over there and tell him to produce a bill with his name on it. That's all I'm saying. So with that, y'all, I'm gone.